Good day and welcome to Fall 2022, another season by the Nadeo team. I think we're up to the 10th now, quite a few down and done, but Fall 2022, gonna be a good one. I expect to see a few new things, because there's some brilliant ice updates and water bounce updates, so let's see if how many maps are gonna have water and ice, but we're joined by Pormal. How you doing?
Hi.
I think let's just rock and roll and get into it. We can talk while we're playing. I'm going to do the countdown today. 3, 2, 1, go! Are you ready for that?
Yep.
Right, let's see. So we have had a sneak peek of a few maps, and this first map, I won't spoil it until we're in it, but let's see if you can work out what it is. Unless it isn't the first map, but
It's not.
well then, that is weird, champ. So there is probably gonna be a map we've seen before later on, but we have a nice clean dirt map to start us off, and I'm gonna try and get all the author times, which I presume that's not enough. Oh, it is. Okay, so I'll try and say some tactics on how to do things. Pretty much with that one, just drive quite smoothly. Don't steer too hard. Definitely don't bonk on the sides. Now, is this going to be the one? Let's find out. Oh. So we have a small zigzag into the loop, which I don't think the physics of loops have changed, but in this game you want to go from as tight of the side as possible if you really want to get the thousands going. That enough? I got a slowdown when I landed, so it's not enough. We go again. So definitely avoid getting that slowdown when you land into the bobsleigh. Do a small left, right if you can there to avoid getting airtime. On the approach, I'm going to go a little bit further on this side this time. Nah, I got the slowdown again, so see what I'm talking about? Not want that. Comes at you quite fast, you can't really see. So it'll take a bit of practice to nail which line you want here. So let's try in the middle this time, because then we definitely shouldn't get it. No, still do. I'm really good at this game. It's going to be possibly the longest session. Let's find out. Usually these take a bit over an hour, but it's today going to be that one which doesn't. I've always been worried about that. What is this landing? Alright, let's just roll with it. I think this is going to be author time, so it's not going to matter. I mean, it's 690. That's nice. Okay, I am just the most watched game there is. No one's going to watch this now. I presume you're on like 5 already.
No, I only just got it.
Okay, I'm not the only
That
one.
ice feels very different.
Yeah, so we haven't really discussed it. I was going to discuss it once. I got to slow down again. What? Alright, this is enough. Let's go into cam 7. If you don't know, you can do a free camera. So what I'm having is I'm landing in the side here, which you don't want. So I want to land here. And at least then I won't get a slowdown. It'll be harder to control the bobsleigh, but... So welcome to Cambria. I do stream on Twitch pretty much daily. Make sure to check that out as well. And do subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Hopefully some things coming up in the future. Been a bit inactive up until this video, but I promise in the future, just like that banger of time, I'll bring out some banger of some videos. Here we go, third one. That was a bit atrocious, that last map, but that's how it can be sometimes. So we have some sausage. A lot of players do not like this surface. They find it quite tough, but you just got a big thing with Trackmania. I know it's easier said than done, but look what's coming up. Of course you need to know what's going on with the map itself, but these sausage turns, you just kind of look if there's a left hand coming up. You want to be jumping into left, and maybe you can use that as a drift, for example, and such. So I got that first try, a bit better than what we've seen in the last few maps. Maybe an SD straight away here. No, it's going to be a U-turn. But hopefully you can get that one quite nicely once you do some smooth lines. But here we go, we have a very fast run, and what do we have here? I'm sure some people can find out. We have the old school AO1 right here, which I have missed, but thankfully I was quite worried that it was going to be exactly the same. But it is very different. They've done some different things here, a few different jumps. We've got the boost start on this one. So here you want to go as tight as possible. That's probably not the greatest approach. You want to land into a no drift though, so make sure to watch your tires. You'll save a lot of time. And this one, I think you want to speed drift, but yeah, that's an advanced trick. This one maybe you can try and get a little wicked stunt for the viewers. Why not? Oh, I'm not allowed to do a wicked stunt according to this. So at least I can explain this again. So you definitely want to land smoothly on that last one. This time we can get the air brake. Just tap your brake. Actually, I'll go for some speed slides here, which is that, but definitely not necessarily needed for all the time. I'm going for a left right again here, which gives you a bit of a tilt. I'm not sure if that's going to be faster in this particular one. But that is the AO1 remix. Seems alright. Nothing too special, but on to the next map now. How you doing, Paul? Tell us about how you're finding it so far.
Yeah, I'm on this map.
Okay. There's some plastic. Smooth taps, smooth drifts. It's definitely needed here. It's slow grass. Don't touch that if you can. And again, we have a speed check. What's with these speed checks in this campaign so far? That's a bit odd for white maps. I mean, hopefully with some practice, they shouldn't be that hard, but I mean, even still, for like beginner tracks, it's not really what I would want to see. Right, that was a rubbish approach, but we'll just see this final jump. So you're not really landing that smoothly there, as I have a nice, beautiful game freeze. Is this what's part of the new update? I like it. Wow, we're finally through. That was a long time. You also get trophies depending on how many of a certain level of author time you get. Or author medal. This time we will take this smoothly here and go wide to avoid this. And you can do this corner even more smoothly. And then jumping through into the end. Again with a freeze. That's not good for this new update. There we go. That is the first 5 maps done. They seem alright, other than maybe being a bit of a speed check-ish map. Explored a few different surfaces, which I think usually it's mostly just asphalt and dirt, to be honest. I guess occasionally it does add like the sausage blocks and stuff, like right here. Onwards to the green series, so it's 5 different difficulties that start to step up every time. This one's maybe use the grass to start drift there. Oh, thought it would be a smooth way round there, but instead you get a nice right corner instead. So yeah, still haven't really explained this. So the new ice physics, this obviously is an ice map, but what we know is it's changing the way action keys, which if you don't know what that is, it means you can hold a certain steering angle with a press of a button, pretty much. And that used to entail that bobsleighs especially were a lot faster. And also water bounces there were certain ways of doing things. And then thirdly, you could do this, I don't know how to explain it, but it was pretty much an ice zigzag, which boosted your speed a lot. So nice through the mouth there. Shout out to those who can find all the faces in these campaigns. But yeah, in this update, that supposedly is all gone. So you shouldn't have to action key spam across water, and ice bobsleigh should be fair with just normal driving without using an action key. But we'll find out. Paul already said it felt different. I haven't really noticed it, but it's only early game. I think in some of the later maps maybe we'll definitely notice a difference.
It just felt slower. It's definitely not a placebo effect because they told me it was going to be slower.
Yeah, so supposedly it is slower. But yeah, we'll find out in due time. With this map, I think that should be the off time it is indeed. I'm a bit behind with how much commentary we need to talk about today. That map, just kind of take it smooth. The dirt at the start with the reactor, make sure to try and work that corner in a pretty smooth fashion. And then that ending wasn't too difficult. Just take it quite smooth again. Alright, speaking of smooth, we have some quick speed to start us off on this one. I'll go for some release taps here. This is a very similar style to a map we've seen a long time ago, which I quite liked, except one corner. So that was quite interesting. It doesn't seem to have just some random 90-degree corner like that other map. And it seems a bit better, I think. And I was wondering if that water at the end was going to be exactly about my explanations I just talked about with you not having to use any action keys on water and spam it. But we did instead get a reactor up, which means you can just float over the top. This time I'm going to go for release. I'm not sure if that maybe is a drift or not. And then smoothly to the end. So one or two drifts maybe, if not, probably just quick releases on that one. Kind of like a NASCAR map. Right, onwards through the middle of green maps now. We have a indoor map. Quite a cool style. A closer corner than I thought it was going to be there. Oh, speaking of closer than I thought. Sort of chicanes and S-bends here. And then through to the middle. Okay. Not a style of scenery we've really seen in this campaign, but a few yumps and tricks on this one. If you really want to gain speed, go that full left right there to get as low a jump as possible. Definitely not needed for off time, I don't think, though. And save some precious time. And it's at the start, so why not? I'm going to go left here because this corner's right, but maybe the other side is quicker because you're already there. Oh, and I had a beauty of a run up until that last corner. Just had one more step to go. And that means I fail, so we go again. Gives us time to talk to Paul. What are you thinking so far, Paul?
That's weird.
So you're on the same one as me?
Yeah.
I kind of like it, but it also kind of just feels not really like an Ardea map. It feels like...
Seems harder the author time than all the other ones so far.
As you say that, I crash. I was going to say, it'll depend if I get it here or not. But then I just crash. That is unfortunate timing. And I'm going to try and go for more speed, but then you'll get less boost, but it doesn't seem to have made a difference. Okay. Let's go this right side of this time. So you can. And then we have a hard drift. Down and through. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit of a harder author time. Definitely the hardest so far. But mostly press forward other than 2 drifts there. So hopefully you can nail that drift. Also, fantastic start to first part of our water. Absolutely brilliant. But I think that was because I was turning, as far as I know. I think if you don't turn, that shouldn't happen. So if we have to play it again, then... Oh, we're definitely going to have to play it again now. Let's just check the rest of the map out. Yeah, that's a good way to start our first bit of water. Okay, an odd dip corner. Now we have some ice, so I'm not going to bother Action King. Like, maybe it is faster because you can still hold the angle. But yeah, I'm not really sure how it's going to work. I never personally understood it that well anyway, so I can try and answer your questions, but I might not know to the fullest of degree. Alright, this one you want to get no airtime if you can. Small release should work. I went for a bit of a left-right again and went too low in this corner. I had a small bit of hope that maybe I could cut the side because I was already so low there. This time we know to not go so wide in this part. Just kind of go pretty smooth. Smooth, nailed that. Around we go. And that fail again. Let's practice this. I find these tilted corners quite awkward if you miss the line. See, I get it perfectly immediately after. So, I think you want to be slightly higher than dipping it a little bit low on that one. I mean, to be fair, I'm just full sending it. You can probably release this a few times and then you'll get it. But always full send. As Jeremy Clarkson says, "Bawa!" And there we go. Perfect. On to the next one. And that is our trophies for all author times. So first 10 done. 15, 17 minutes in. Not too bad. So far, from first thoughts, the maps seem alright. Last season, I kind of had the same thought though, and then later on, I just wasn't really digging the maps, but we'll see how this goes. I'm liking them so far. And let's get into the blue series. So we have a bit of a full speed map, it seems. There's some different surfaces of loopings. That one you can exit a bit earlier than I did, but I didn't know it was going to be so fast. Here we go, quite smooth, safe, and easy. Easy. Ugh. Where's the finish going to be? It's going to be on the sides, or? Right, and then we have a water bounce there, so if this was on the old update... Ooh, actually wasn't all the time. So we go again. So in the old update, you would want to have your car sideways a little bit, and you'd get a big speed boost. In this, according to Mudda's post, you should just be straight, and that will be the fastest. You don't have to worry about anything. So far they seem rather uncomplicated. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm kind of feeling. But it is kind of the white and green series. They don't do it too often, as I have yet again another game freeze. What are these game freezes? That's 3. Come on, update. What the hell?
Uncomplicated. I feel like there's a simpler word for that.
I think you should stop addressing people's English. And we roll with the flow here. Your computer is bad. I haven't had freeze problems. Okay, Mr. Perfect. Oh, I was going to say, is there actually a shortcut at the end? But I don't think so. Wait. While I'm here, trying. I don't see it straight away, but I do wonder if there's going to be a cut there. But I can't see it straight away, so we're going to go again normally.
Looks on my machine.
Yeah, that means it works.
Moment.
That means it should work on everyone else's if it works on his. Alright, I'm finding this one a bit weird. So, speed drifts, please look up what they are if you're interested. It's quite an advanced trick. It's pretty much gain speed depending on your tire drift marks. But yeah, this one feels like you should be able to do that, but I didn't really get any time to do it. But as you see, like, you don't need it for fourth time if you've just gone fourth time. But just kind of thinking in advance for later on when I hunt these. Kind of feels like you should go for an SD on that, but I didn't see any. So here we are with sausage again. So from what I said earlier, looking forwards, I could see that that one was going to be kind of that right side. So I jumped in early and absolutely nailed it quite quickly. Oh my god, this has fog for you, Paul. You love fog. That harsh one there. Make sure to brake hard and then turn. Just going to go for some releases there. And then to the finish. That seems like a fun map. I think I'll hunt that. Ooh, not actually off time. I thought that would be fine. So maybe a little bit of a harder off time again. I mean, looking at the times, I'm not that fast, but... So instead, this time, I'm going to start in the middle and then get an auto drift off of that, but that can be quite tough to nail. This one, use the air time, get into the drift. Ideally, you want to probably be on the other side there, but I didn't see it fast enough, so I'm not sure if it's possible or not. This one I'm going to go a lot more risky. Using that tilt again, couple brake taps, and then definitely going to be off the time. Yeah, that's a fun map for me personally, but I think that's going to be a bit tougher for some beginners. I think the map difficulty level might be a little bit harder this season. Looking at these so far. I say that, and then we just talked about them being uncomplicated, so... What am I saying? I guess that's not the case.
Last few author times have been harder than the other.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe the author times are a bit tougher. Anyway, we're on to another map. This is a bit of a wacky one so far. A lot more slower pace. I'm going to go for a bit of a drift there. Okay, we have slow motion. They're going to find a way to use a slow motion somewhere. And then jump down through the middle. This looks like you can just cut that end, but see if I get off time or not. Oh, so we will find out if we can cut that or not. So very, very slow pace map here, which is not really what we see that often. Drift all the way around. I'm gonna use the air time as I had a bit more speed there. Thought I was gonna crash, but I didn't. Getting a little bit lucky here. Way ahead. Okay, no, so it is blocked off. Interesting. I reckon players will find a way. It wouldn't surprise me, but there we go with another freeze for whatever reason. Let me open my task manager. I have had some computer issues somewhat recently. Been fine the last few days. So I don't know. Hopefully you're still watching nonetheless. And wow! Something we have not seen in an Adeo campaign. And we were forever wondering when this would happen. We have a multi-lap, which used to be in every single campaign. In old games, every 5th map. And then we never saw it again in this game. Here we go with a fairly simple one. Just a loop. I mean, there's not too much for me to say here. Just take it smooth on that corner and go as low as possible in this wall ride, which my car just ended up. Actually, that's not enough. I thought it might have been. Well, we'll go a lot lower this time. Here, watch this. Wait. There we go. You can see how much time you can say. 1 second. So, hey, Paul, how you doing? What are you up to?
I'm just going really slow on the slow-mo.
Haha. What's your thoughts on that slow-mo? No,
Sausage map was harder than...
Yeah, that's sausage map. I don't
expecting.
know. I think some players will definitely struggle at it. So I'm gonna try finish this run and see if it's enough. Oh, that's why I continued. So, I suggest not to bonk. Hopefully you get it.
Ow.
Who would have guessed? But I did have some decent jumps outside of that, so especially my first one. Okay, so a bit of dirt again. As I say that, we leave some dirt. We have some harsh drifts and some water. So definitely starting to get into some more drift sectors. That I'm gonna go for a full drift, but I'm not sure if maybe we can smoothly jump that. And then a finish in the highest point of the map. I didn't get 80 again, that's fun. I don't always need to get it on my first try. Okay, it just didn't turn. Good start. This time I'm gonna... Alright, then it's too early to start turning immediately. Huh? Okay. I find this start extremely awkward, personally. There we go, so take it slightly later. Much as you're going over the reset. Speaking of awkward, I completely did that drift way too early. So I've jinxed myself here saying you don't always need it on your first try. So it's like, let's give you 10 attempts before we get it now. Right, pushing through. A lot better this time. I think I hit a bit of sand there, which you definitely don't want to. But continue going. Hard drift. I'm going to go for a release strat this time. I mean, you still get a bit of a drift out, so... Ugh, that camera was awkward. How much time did we lose? Entire fucking run. Well, second map we've struggled with, for whatever reason. This map, I don't know why I'm struggling. Just having some nice brain lags. That's fine. I'll make sure to nail it this time. Oh, that's not ideal. So that's still in the game. So you gotta watch out your approach on those blocks, or those water blocks. It's a release still. That'll be AT, but I'm disappointed with that run. I'm also disappointed by what the hell are these freezes. This stream isn't lagging, is it, guys? It's perfectly fine. No one said anything. I mean, I haven't missed like any frames, so I think everything is fine, other than it's just taking time when I get those 80s. But we'll ignore it, and we move on to red. My favorite color. Is it going to be my favorite maps though? I'm not sure. So it seems like we have a speedy map right here. Left side approach. A late camera change, classic. with a plastic loop for whatever, not a loop, a wool ride. Don't know why it needed to be plastic, but fair enough. Got a lot more inside than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a continuation. Speaking of very weird drifts, there's another one. Nice, another unrespawnable checkpoint. Yep, beautiful. I love when they add those and didn't learn from last time. And a Yeetus Meletus to the end. Alright, alright. Times are too good, Nadeo can't handle it. Yeah, let's go with that. I haven't got the record tab open this week showing that I'm not getting first places. I think before it did come up that I got a world record, but on the site, like on the actual leaderboard, I was 7th. Anyway. You can't wait 4 seconds for the game to load. Then I don't know what I can say. Alright, so again, a bit of an odd drift. I tried going for a no slide approach, but didn't really nail it. This one you definitely want to. And then in to the end. Funky map. I'm not sure if I like that one. But pretty smooth, pretty safe to get an AT. Simply sip, stay hydrated. Onwards we go. Ah. Whoa! Nice blind corners. There's been a few of them this season. Okay, use the plastic to get into a drift there. Tap that one. Okay, this is a funky map. Red Series. Stepping up. Can you play it through, just see what's happening with the rest of it? Okay, we have some big jumps. Do I want to go low? Do I want to go high? I guess I want to go high. But then the low was on a lot closer. Interesting. A risky and safe finish, which have we seen risky and safe finishes in campaigns before? I don't think so. But also, how do I approach this? Because I mean, you probably have a lot more speed than usual than what I have
seen
right
like
now.
backup finishes.
Yeah, but this one's like a proper risky finish. Okay, that was a weird angle because the ramp there was still tilted, which meant I couldn't get into that angle. So we'll see when I get there with more speed how different it is, but it's quite fascinating. Go a bit wider to take that smooth into this drift. Go for a couple brake taps. This one was quite sharp. Go early on this. Ooh, that was way too high. And too wide. Quite a tight one here. Not a lot of space. Put it early. And over we go. Oh, the risk paid off. I went a bit risky. Oh my. Right, up. Down. And of course, we go for it. What? Wait. Huh? There's no tapping the roof. Am I missing something? No, you go here. Okay. I don't really like that. I think it should have just been straight through. Alright. I mean, it was blending into the rest of the map, so I didn't really see that plastic until now. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I do like wicked stuff though, don't get me wrong. But it's not really where your eyesight is looking at with how much red and white is in this map. I don't know if I like that. Anyway, we will know how to get off time now. So drift we talk about. A bit harder this time, which has cost me and missed the gear. But watch this low jump. Super risky. We save time. Through, pretty safe, pretty easy. I'm gonna go super tight, super tight. Now we have a lot more speed as well. Too much speed. So this map, I'm also struggling. Right. Again. The hell are these freezers right now? One sec. Right. I have changed some things on my computer. Hopefully, maybe the freezers will be sorted. Let's get into a bang of a run right here. Like nothing ever happened. Oh, too wide. Big improvement can be low jump, but again, not really nailing it. So that plastic there gives you a lot of extra speed. I'd like to practice that, but in this can't right now. Yeah, just go back from that checkpoint. Practice that a few times. Might help a lot. There we go, good run through. Drifting up. And then to the bounces switch. It's very sketchy. Here we go. Get that medal done and dusted. On to the next one. After a Simply Sip course. I haven't told the YouTubes this actually. Devastating news. My Simply Sip emote is now going to be forever remembered with that mug, because that mug, which I used for so long, is now broken. I was absolutely devastated. Now I'm going to use a different mug, and it doesn't feel the same. Honestly, it does not feel the same. It's so weird. Something as simple as a mug, you wouldn't think would change such a life, but it's so much meaning. We saw a makeshift podium there, which is something new actually being added to this new update. Podiums from the old games are back in the game. I have not seen like how it looks, but hopefully it's good. Let's pretend like it's a Nick approved addition to the game. Because there ain't a lot of things being added to this game, that's for sure. Alright, that was a wild run while I was just having a cool story mob. Oh, we get to go again anyway, so I can talk about it a bit. From first look, I do not like this map. That just seems like a map with whatever blocks they wanted to use. Seems very unconnected. Get this start a bit faster. Air brake there. And already land into this angle. Avoid that sand. Save a bit of time. Actually, I take that back. The start of this was quite smooth. But yeah, since this U-turn here, it went a bit weird. There's a massive straight right now. And then you got this uphill. What is this?
On the map before you, I hate this ending so much.
Maybe the ending
Risky
hates you.
fin is ridiculous.
You worked out how to do it? You go up.
Yeah, you gotta go up. Stupid. Doesn't work.
Yeah, it seems a bit weird. Seems not very Nadeo-esque as well.
Probably didn't notice the mapper put it there.
Funny cause true. I mean, surely they noticed because there's the finish in that eyesight I talked about.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
That's a good one. Alright. Oh, really? Is this 19 again? Oh, Jesus. So it's looking like another terrible 19 map. Maybe not. Maybe I'll like this ending. Like another very sharp corner into just a random long straight. Alright, so far I'm not really digging these red maps. They've just been very odd. That works well as a exit though, to be honest. And now we just have a random bit of boost. These maps just seem very put out. Let's just put whatever blocks around we want to go. Just call them unsimple. Classic. But yeah, so this one, when I do your release tap, brake taps to angle towards here. Personally, I'm going to go into camera 3 there so I can see the downhill as close as possible. I'm going to go tight. And on this one, you can go wide, I think. Be safe middle approach. Oh, I've kind of forgot about this. I want to go a lot more down the bottom. Watch out for that gear I just absolutely chewed up. And you can save a lot of time with that. Nail it. So, if you're getting a lot of gear changes, this was something I didn't mention in the last map, which is a big something about that last map. You want to be listening to the gears and making sure that you're not kind of turning when you're getting a gear change, and that will save a bit of time. But yeah, there was a lot of turns in both those maps, can make that quite tough. That can be a small thing you can try and improve. That can save them some time. And let's do another one. Yet again, more dirt. For a second there, I thought we were going up that wall ride. Now we have some off-roading. No Formula 1 cars off-road. Do some speed now with the reactors. And more of that sand. I knew as soon as I did that, I was gonna not get that angle. Okay, so we have a lot of grip. You go on the outside as much as you can, and then an ending. It's just a bit weird. It just... I don't know if they're bad, but they're just a bit weird, these maps. And they're not really wacky, they're just kind of put with whatever they want. Not really connected. I don't know. That's just my very early thoughts. Alright, so that one looks like you can maybe land all in one. This here we're going to go a lot more... Ooh, no. I was going to go full send, but a lot tighter, but it seems like you definitely want to release. So I think I just got a double slowdown there on the sand. And no, I don't think it was because of the sand. Because I think I was still in reactor. I think I was. Small release. A full turn, actually, if you get it quite fast. Oh, man, oh, man. I'm struggling. He's capturing me off guard as I crash. Oh, what is going on right now? Okay, you can.
How was that not author? Oh, this map sucks.
Are you on? Which one?
Still on that risky fin map.
Ah, classic.
Ugh.
Really? Yeah, I have not liked these red maps so far on the first look. We'll definitely need to play them through and give a final thought. Initially, not a fan. Which means probably the Black Series is going to be quite interesting. Let's use that word. Ah! Man, oh man. Alright, focus up. Focus up. This is the run. We've got into the gamer position. Readjusted. Mind, we go again. Don't know why I was struggling with that. Alright, full release and then send. Yeah, there's some janky edges there which I think cause some slowdowns. Could be wrong, but a couple release taps just for this time. I think sending it fully through is possible. Just like I've done there until that point. Yeah, if you want to gain some time, I think both those can probably be full send. And then through to mill. And again, we're still freezing, so I don't know, man. Unlucky. But we do get an offer time and move on to the final 5 maps. 45 minutes seems kind of average. Maybe I'm getting lucky, maybe I'm not. But could definitely ramp up right now. And from that, probably will. I'm not the biggest fan of tilted maps because they can often be quite tough to see in camera 1. That was nice. Ah! Now I froze here again. But anyway, we continue. I'm going to go cam 3 to see the adjustment of angles there. Okay, a lot further than I thought. Classic just checkpoint in the middle. Go for an air brake into a awkward loop and a late camera change again. They're really good at these late camera changes in the campaigns. Alright, then kind of turns into a normal plastic map. And drift downhill. Yeah, then it just turns into a full speed plastic map. Like, they just seem like, all these maps seem like there's 2 in 1, which I don't personally like. This one is locked into camera 3. And if you lose your reactor before that, that will bounce you very far. Interesting map, to say the least. Definitely the theme of this campaign so far, which is good and bad. It's good that they're mixing it up, like, kind of want things fresh, but hitting fresh approaches are sometimes can be missed if you don't do it well. And so yeah, personally I'm probably going to go camera 3 on this start every time. I don't think you want to drift that, but for now it's fine. At least more than I can. Just move on, Paul. Who cares?
I just noticed that at the half pipe you meant to hit the roof.
I thought you said you understood.
And
Wake up.
I understood the end one, but I couldn't even see it in Cam 1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, I wasn't listening to you, because spoilers.
But yeah, like, it's kind of just... Your eyesight is not where the line is. Like, it's
Just
really...
off camera, that's all. It's
really
it's not
quite
even the
bad, in
eyesight.
my opinion.
M2 mapper shaking my head.
I'll wait until later. There's a bunch of tilted blocks. Alright, so we are getting a run through. Not the fastest, not the slowest here. I'm gonna go for a brake tap on this one. I'm gonna keep the reactor. No, I'm not gonna keep the reactor before I jump over, and that's gonna waste a lot of precious time. Is it enough? It might not be with that mistake at the end. Go again. Yeah, for me personally, not really liking this campaign. Not, I mean, that's a massive overstatement. I'm not disliking it, but I don't think the maps are that good so far. I'd like to explore 25 new maps, at the very least. But after that, I would also like to enjoy hunting them, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'm that appealed to hunt these yet, I guess is what I'm thinking so far. Let's knuckle down, let's nail this one, finally. It's time to get going. Start the drift, bounce through, stay mid because you're tilted on this, so if you go too far to the side, you'll fall off like I did. Shouldn't have drifted there, that was a mistake.
Finally done.
Nice. This one I'm gonna go for a drift, but again, I'm not sure if it is. Stay mid, go wide, through, but yeah, look at my PP. It's not the slowest. Go for a different approach though. And that's worked very good until the end. Well, hopefully I'm very close to the off time because I don't think that was the worst time. Looking at the run I had. There's definitely improvements, but I did state earlier I'm not a fan of tilted blocks, so it could just be that as well. I think this is a Cam 2 heavy map. Tell me what you think if you're a Cam 2 player. Could be wrong. That was really slow, but enough ahead now. Smooth drifting all the way through. And yeah, we have like enough progressive speed that we're just staying enough ahead now. Alright, so hard right pretty instantly at the end there. So into top 5 on that map. I think I must have been quite close to the offer time. But here we go on another map, which is this the first time we're going to be using pipes? Let's go down here real quick. Is there anything? No. Ooh, so that's what I mean with these fresh ideas. Like, it's good that they're trying to mix it up a little bit. That's good. I like that. But sometimes that can also mean it's still not a hit. This one isn't a pipe. Jump down and then now we're yumping up. Very cool and also quite high. Wicked. Very, very different. I feel feel like that should carry through with a right corner instead of going around there. Okay, I'm just going to go for some releases for now. Let's just check out the map. I'm very intrigued by this, if that's the start. Got more of these tilted ones. Dropping down we go. Didn't quite nail it smoothly, but a massive hiatus. Okay, this is a radical one. Don't know if it's going to play well, but most certainly is different. I was very concerned about that landing there, but now we have an ice loop. I thought we would have seen... Actually, I didn't predict it in the video, but I predicted it beforehand. I'm like, when are we going to see an ice loop? How many ice loops are we going to see? It's the first time we used it. Now, again, we just have some weird jumps at the end. Like, it just feels very different to the rest of the map. And also just an unnecessary slow mode. I don't really like those kind of things. But anyway, let's try it. And that gets the alpha time. Surely we get it first try here. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Right. As well, you can probably possibly go through the triangle that my chat is suggesting, but it may depend on the angle that you get, which for me on this run, not so good. I'm going to try and get that smooth though. And we have nailed the timing on that. I'm going to stay high and then jump in. It's a better approach. So I don't know if it's one. Also, I'm going to go for something funky here. Oh, shit. This map stepped up just because of that. I like that. A bit smoother landing this time. Through to that, but that's a bit of an awkward landing. Oh, this is an awkward one though, I must say. And again, I think that is great driving by simplynick. No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, I think that's officially the first time they use a bug slide. That is definitely intentional. There was a remake of an old map. I think it was... I don't know, one of the 13s. I think it was the number 13. Winter 13, maybe? But anyway, that had a bug slide, but I don't know if it was intentional.
Like, I'm pretty sure one of the green maps, there was the intentional one out of, like, the ice.
There was one?
To a 180 dirt.
Okay.
Surely that one was intentional.
Okay, I don't remember that map. I can't remember that map. But yeah, I still don't know if... But I don't know if Nadeo intentionally had it. But yeah, this one certainly looks intentional, which I don't mind. I dig it. Presuming that hopefully it can be somewhat consistent. Alright, let's go for a bit of a higher jump there. A bit of a later approach, and we still have a lot more speed, so it's faster. Perfect. Now we can see the style again. Yeah, see, I've got a bit of a bounce and landed on my back wheels. It's worked out well, but a bit more tilt there and it's not going to work out so well. Ah, that's the slowdown I was talking about. Ah, see, I want to love this map, but then he's made it very awkward in places. Yeah, I'm unsure. It feels fresh though. I'll tell that. I'll say that. Ah. I am quite struggling though, that's for sure. It's hard to learn these black maps very quickly. We're on a good run here. Flat landing, so we should get a beauty of a slide. But a bit of a slow exit. let's go for a earlier one. Yeah, so I think the earlier, you don't actually want to go what looks like would be smooth. This one I think is also a high jump. And what I was trying in my last attempt is you use that surface to get into a drift straight away on that one. Right, there we go. That will certainly be off time. Hopefully, world record. Not quite. I'll pretend like I hoped it was. Alrighty, I mean, it was a lot more fun when I got that clean run, so yeah. Maybe you just got to kind of learn it a bit, and it could come fresh. Let's see what our next maps have in store for us. A very, very boring start. I don't like that for a black map. I mean, I don't like it in general, but when you're getting up into a bit more technicalities, that is very boring. Alright, we have a harsh drift there, then some plastic. Which feels like it's gonna absolutely be awkward gears there, if you're anything faster. And up we go. A lot more further over. More ice again, and here's the ice loop. So we got two back to back. Oh! And then we have a very awkward section after. This is why I wasn't sure about ice loops being added to the game. Hopefully there is like a very obvious, simple approach, and then that won't happen. Yeah, then we just have a jump ending. Definitely the word of today is interesting. I'm not sure what to feel about these. So I just want to check whilst here. Okay, it's just a safe approach. Only cost us 10 seconds. Thought I would have a look. Yeah, that's a extremely boring start. I don't like that. Making sure you get your gears. So we can go a bit more outside this time. Yeah, that's a bit more smooth. Not sure how high or low you want to go there. I definitely lost speed compared to my old PB. This time I will get this one there. Will we get this loop? That feels slow. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about what I think of ice loops. I think it's probably quite obvious. Okay, that's what I was also wondering was going to happen. So I'm not sure about that ending either. Yeah, I don't think I like this map at all. So that one there, because you're so tilted sideways, it gives you a rapid slowdown and also a rapid bit of extra angle, which means you do that jump I just got. Alright. Still feel like the gear here is going to be very weird. I've done it 3 times and it's been alright now. I'm going to go a bit wider as well this time. And jump into it. Through to the middle. I mean, it's worked, but brilliantly. And this one, I think you just release and go around. Obviously, you do it way better than that. I don't think you want to drift that. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was going to be off time, and I would have been very surprised. Okay, 2 more maps to go. I don't know how I feel about this. What's your thoughts so far before we start this one, Paul? What are you thinking of this campaign?
It's pretty good.
Can a free roll? Moving into The black jet?
No. The authors are harder than they were last
Harder
season,
than-
that's for sure.
I think the author times were quite fair last season. So yeah, maybe
They
they've
were,
been like, we're going to step
super
it up
easy.
again. And now they're going to be too hard. Not sure.
Yeah, last season, we both did it in like an hour.
Yeah, we did it quite fast. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm thinking of the difficulty of author times. I think mostly they've been fair. But some, I think, will definitely be a bit harder. It's like, I'm coming from, I play this game mostly every day, so it's going to be fine for me, but I kind of think for beginners and stuff as well. Oh my wicked epic trails! Hell yeah, Nado. I heckin' love trails. Well, I'll definitely give them that they're trying different things this season. That's for sure. Which I think is good. But I think so far, personally, for myself, I don't think that this is a great campaign. But yeah. Very early doors. I'm not going to store that as my result. Right. And again, an incredibly boring freewheeling start. What's with that? What the hell are these freewheeling starts? I don't like that. That's 6 seconds of absolute nothingness. Right. So we have some slow ice drifts here. Making sure you brake tap, making sure you release at the right times to get your angle with a straight exit. So is this the whole map? That entire start was just back and forward, I've just realized. This one's again a back and forward, it's a different angle. There's going to be an early brake tap. Let's get into a drift. Exit slowly. Wicked trails. See you later. Map. Yeah. So definitely off time. Cool. But I find that map a little bit boring. I don't know. Some of the ice maps have been very disappointing recently from last few seasons. So I don't think that's as bad of a map, but it's a bit boring. I don't know. Wasn't really anything to it. It was just back and forward, back and forward. I think we have our first fragile now, which we don't want to get any airtime. But I think that's fine at a start of a map. And these hills you can definitely utilize to try and get as much speed and also still not get airtime. But I'm sick of failing, so let's go for time where I actually get it. Wait, we are going this way. Oof, way too dank. So this is the last map. It's going quite quickly, it feels like. Okay, no brakes. I accidentally changed my camera at the wrong time there, and I didn't know which thing we had. And exiting to make sure you don't slide out. Freewheeling now. I guess this 25 is just all about special blocks. In a slightly slower pace map, I think. I realized too late that I was definitely not going to get that. Some slow motion. Hopefully you can't skip that. Sometimes with those kind of edges there, you can skip. This slow motion reminds me of the very first campaign. Wait, what the hell is this corner? Hang on. Huh? Wait, what? You're gonna have to brake beforehand. I don't like that. That feels really weird. Yeah, definitely a map about special blocks. Okay, I like the idea. Don't know about the execution again. Maybe I'm just an angry Andy today.
Maybe.
Like, I haven't liked too many of these. I don't know, I just... Like, I've definitely seen that they're trying to do different things, which is awesome, but yeah, when you try different things, sometimes you just don't nail it. And I don't think they're nailing it. Right, up we go. Watch out for no breaks here. A few releases. This is ice, isn't it? Oops. That works, I guess. Don't think that would be my final approach. Yeah, you want to just kind of go into that rapidly angled and then brake taps and releases again. Just move through here. Watch out for this. And this one, I'm going to start a drift already. This corner up on this part is very rapid. Yep, I missed it. That does mean already safe for this. Wait, I did brake. Oh. Well, I take back my initial thought there then. Because if you can brake, then that's fine. Oh, you know what's not fine? Me hitting that. I'm going to try anyway. I don't think it's enough with that hit. Let's find out. Ah, I think I would have got it if I didn't hit that. Bugger. And that would have been 111 on the clock. That's right. I want to try this map again. Definitely go for no airtime. Forgot about special blocks in every other map and put in this. Yeah.
Got to the end and went, wait a minute.
I was thinking that.
Forgot some things.
And my start on this run was really good. That's why I thought maybe I could get Orphalton. I was going a bit smooth here. Yeah, holding it a lot longer this time. Hard drift. Not quite the faster approach this time. Thought I'd try something a little bit different. But now we got the shit house gear, so I don't think this will be good enough. Go for the airtime drift. So you want to be cutting it on this edge here. So you can brake. Okay, that's fine then. Okay. That's not as weird as I thought it was. But you know what is weird? Did I just get a slowdown, or did I do that myself? Let's see if without the wall... there you go. It was without the wall bang and I would have got it. That's why I thought I would send that. So there we go. 112. Considering I did actually struggle with some earlier maps this time around. That's not too slow. Definitely not too fast, but not too slow. Cool scenery here. I like the Saturns and... But... So there we go. 25 new maps, full 2022. What do I think? I don't know. Definitely 100% they're trying fresh new things, which I think is good. They need to start changing it up. It's kind of getting a bit dry with some of the same approaches. I say that, I think like number 19 was just a weird ice map again, and like, I don't know, I think a few kind of kept to the same style of what the last season's map was. But yeah, I think the first 10 were fine, but after that it got a bit wacky and don't know if they were nailed it. But definitely a season where I'm gonna have to play the maps and think about it later on. I feel like most of these videos I've ended up saying like, okay, I think they're quite good maps. This season, these last 10 I'm unsure about. And I don't know if they're just not that good or just... It felt a bit... To me personally, how I'm feeling right now is just, I think they felt a bit weird, and then just a lot of maps had sections where they just were disconnected from the last part of the map, and some of them just bit weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've got this thought and I can't express it. That is really frustrating. But I'm not going to waste my time, and I'm not going to waste your time waiting for me to think about it. We will, however, ask Pormal. What are you thinking, dude?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And
I'm not onto the black ones yet.
okay, so first 20-ish. Yeah, I don't
alright.
think they're that bad. I don't know. I just think they're a bit funky, and I got to definitely put a bit more time in. Let's put it as that.
Be like lots of quirks about them when we're trying to grind them.
Yeah,
Which I'll hate and be like, this map sucks because of this one tiny little thing
Well,
here. But
that's what I'm a bit concerned about. What about for matchmaking? I think for matchmaking, some of the respawns I think they're going to be about 4 kilometers away, but other than that, could be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting season. That is, as I've said, the word of today. I don't know. I think kind of mid-range, not like a 8 out of 10 or anything, not like a 3 out of 10. Like, it's not a terrible campaign, but yeah, I'm kind of in the middle at the moment. Tell me what you think. Hope you enjoyed. Do check out all the socials. Follow, like, comment, sub, do it all. Check it all out. And that'll be it for now. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed, have a great day as well.